Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting my Catch Up With Me series where I'm going to try to finish my 2021 planner a month at a time. So each video will be a few weeks of spreads. This one was the last spread that I posted. Once I ended up finishing this video, I realized it was taking way too long to edit all of these. These spreads that I have for September, I filmed half of them, but I decided to just do one video for all of them and kind of talk through the spreads. This is my first video doing talk through style, so it might be a little bit interesting, but hopefully you guys stick around as I try to catch up in my planners. I really want to start my 2022 planner, but I kind of like working in a bunch of different things at once. But here are my September spreads. The first full week of September. This is September 6th through the 12th, and this was the week of my cousin's birthday, so I went with this kit from Nikki +3 called Lovely. It's in rose gold foil, and initially I had a summer kit for this week. I like to have summer kits up until we stop swimming. So as you can see, we're still swimming this week, and especially Labor Day, we usually have like pool parties during this weekend. So I like to use kind of an end of summer type kit, and I decided to switch it out because I knew by the time I posted it, it would be way past summer. So I am using a more neutral kit. And let's see, for the setup of this week, I used a bunch of Simply Gilded washi and these flags from the kit. And then I pulled in some elements from a Hair It Right Designs freebie. So this full box, and then these bobby pins, this half mandala. I felt like I was finally able to use this freebie. I think I got it over a year ago, and the colors just went perfectly with this. So for this week, I guess I'll just get into the day by day. We had Labor Day this day, so we had no school, and my husband didn't have work. My husband and I had a therapy session, and I watched an episode of Plans Change, which is on Instagram. Okay, so the September script and the Labor Day script are both from the Glitter Mama. All right, so on Tuesday, let's see, I went to the UPS store with Benny, laundry day, and here I was writing that something happened with Benny. I don't remember what it was, but I asked him, like, what are you feeling? I couldn't, like, he kind of shuts down when certain things happen, when he feels embarrassed about things. So I asked him, like, what are you feeling? He pointed on the emotion chart that we had in our preschool room, and he said he was embarrassed, angry, and sad. And I was really proud of him because he was able to recognize his emotions and also let me know what he was feeling. So I was really proud of him. On Wednesday, let's see, I did some filming, a lot of extra cleaning this week because my brother and sister were going to be coming over. And here I wrote that PJ decided he didn't want his globe in the car anymore. When he started going to kindergarten, he had just gotten a globe for his birthday, and he wanted to take that in the car with him every day, and he would put it in his car seat so that it was waiting there when he came back. And on this day, he was like, you know what, I don't need to take it anymore. So to me, that was him telling me that he was comfortable just going to school and not needing that comfort toy when he came back. Thursday, let's see, I did a lot of cleaning. My brother and sister and my cousin arrived in the evening, so this day was pretty much cleaning. I did some filming, and let's see, I think I actually filmed the spread this day, which was so long ago, but I wanted to film it like right after it happened. And this half mandala is from Panda Bird Design. A lot of the icons are from Harriet Wright Designs, or at least the foiled ones, and then these stickers are White Deer Stationery. I felt like these stickers match perfectly with this kit. On Friday, I took my sister to the dentist. She comes back every 6 weeks or so for her version of Invisalign. Is like a different brand, but it's very similar. And then I had my Invisalign appointment. I wrote that we had a big family drop-off and pickup for PJ. My brother, sister, and cousin joined us for dropping off PJ and picking him up, and he was really excited about that. He loved that. And then Target, cooking dinner. On Saturday, we went to the park. I took the boys, and then my husband and my brother joined us there. I think they had gone to the gym, and then they met us at the park. We played soccer, and we're on the playground. And then my boys and my husband and I had a pool day. My siblings and my cousin all were doing different things, so they were not home at this time. And so we decided to go in the pool since the summer was getting close to ending. And then the boys had their doctor's appointments. I was really nervous about it. I mean, I wasn't as nervous this time because I knew there weren't going to be any shots, but I was still nervous because they always usually check their iron levels. So I didn't have as much anxiety for this appointment, but there was a little bit just because I was taking both of them and I wasn't sure what to expect. But let's see, I just have my little to-do list. Whenever I have a day extender, I like to put my to-do list on the inside. And let's see, so for this doctor's appointment, my husband had just been diagnosed with autism. I think that was a couple weeks before this, right here. And that, what am I trying to say? So autism is genetic. So when my husband was diagnosed, we kind of always had like little questions about PJ having autism, not really certain about it, but there's always like a little question. And so I decided to ask him, you know, what things would I be looking for, like what would be some reasons why we would get him tested. And it was a pretty frustrating appointment because the doctor came in, and I think I wrote on there like just have questions about autism. His dad was recently diagnosed, and the doctor came in and was saying, oh, he doesn't have it. Like that's basically what he was just trying to say was, don't worry about it, he doesn't have it. And the reason it kind of bothered me was because he didn't talk to PJ or ask him any questions, or it was not based on any interaction. It was just based on, like, I guess from his chart, based on previous appointments. But in those appointments, he was never, I don't know, it's just kind of weird how he wasn't willing to even talk about it. He was just asking about, you know, why did my husband get diagnosed? And then he was saying some things about autism that I knew weren't true. He said if he had it, then he would be doing this, and he's not doing that. And he wasn't really asking me questions about PJ. He was just telling me that he doesn't have it, don't worry about it, don't even like look for anything. So at that point, like when early in the conversation, I knew like he doesn't really know, he doesn't seem to know a lot about autism. So I wasn't even going to like say anything because I just needed to talk to a doctor that maybe was more specialized in autism and that would be able to help me, because I felt like his opinion wasn't really, it didn't matter to me at the time. So I kind of just listening and smiling, okay, and wanting to get out of there. But it was a frustrating doctor's appointment, and I want to find another doctor for the boys. Anyways, afterwards we went to Baskin Robbins to get the boys ice cream. My siblings and my cousin all talked about we all kind of had eventful days, so we were all talking about them. On Sunday, it was my cousin's birthday. There was more, obviously, that happened this day, but I just marked the main things, which was making crepes and having some family time before my siblings and my cousin left. But that was this week, and then let me show the leftovers that I have from this kit. I really tried to use as many of these stickers as possible, so I don't have a lot left. This is pretty much all I have left over, and I always get excited when I'm able to use most of the kit stickers. But this is the first full week of September. Next is September 13th through the 19th. I used another kit from Nikki Plus 3, and this one is called Pretty in Pink 2.0. Again, this is another old format for Nikki Plus 3, and I was really trying to use some of my older formatted kits because they are harder to use now that I'm used to using newer updated kits, and they obviously have like a different style and not as many headers with words and not as many checklists. So once I knew I wasn't going to be filming these spreads, I went through and switched out a bunch of the kits and tried to use my older formats. So here is another one. This is in silver foil, more Glitter Mama, more Simply Gilded. And again, I use a ton of stickers from the kit. So on this day, let's see, I set my alarm. Mondays are usually hard because I have to wake up extra early, and me and my husband always talk to the boys, or really try to always talk to the boys about feelings, and we try to let them know that we are going through the same feelings as them, and we all feel similar things. So I wrote that I had told them everyone has feelings, and Benny said yeah, and everyone loves me, which I thought was so funny. Had to write it down in my planner. PJ had done his 50-word spelling test. I think a couple weeks before this, he had his 50-word reading test at school, so he earned his shirt. And I gave it about a week of not testing him or anything. I gave him a week to just enjoy that, and we did his first spelling test this day, and he did really well. He pretty much knew how to spell all the words. He just needed to learn how to go a little slower and write his words a little neater. Sometimes his A's will look like U's, and his N's and H's look similar, so I had to work on having him slow down and really take his time and try to go nice and neat. So he was practicing that, and he did really well on this spelling test. We had some bedtime talks this evening. On Tuesday, I like to mark when my husband's able to join us for dropping off PJ or picking him up. Definitely hasn't been as easy for him to do that with his work schedule. He usually has a meeting like right in the times where we have to, drop off or pick up. So I like to mark it in my planner, and those are definitely the days that PJ remembers the most. He just loves when my husband can join us. Let's see, this was my first day back at the gym. We had obviously stopped going once the pandemic started, like the shutdown because of the pandemic started, and we hadn't been back. We kept paying for it. I think the idea was that we just felt bad, and we wanted to be able to support, businesses that we had subscribed to. So we continued to pay for that, and we just hadn't thought about going back. And this day my husband, he was working from home, so he's like, wait, why don't we just take turns going to the gym? And he had gone the weekend before, like I mentioned, with my brother, and I think he had gotten the same response that I did on this day. But so I was a little prepared for someone to make a comment of how many days it's been, but they said, wow, 551 days. Like, they were surprised that it had been that long since I had been at the gym. And I was like, yep, that's how long it's been. So it was a little uncomfortable, but kind of funny that I got the exact same comment that he did. And then I wrote that PJ got his school pictures back, and then he signed the back of all of them. We were sending them out to family members, and he was really excited to sign his name and give those to everybody. FaceTime my sister. I do love the icons and the scripts from her older formatted kits, but I love her new format, so I'm okay with all the changes that she's made since this time. But Wednesday, not a whole lot. Trash day, Roomba cleaning day. PJ came home without his backpack on this day, which was really strange. I was like, where's your backpack? He had no idea. The teacher had no idea. She said she would go ahead and look. Once we got home, she sent me a message and said it was on the playground. But I think it was during recess. He doesn't usually take his backpack. For some reason, he was like in such a rush to get a snack that he just took his whole backpack, and he forgot it because it was something out of the ordinary. But I was thankful that his teacher found his backpack and I didn't have to go get another one. But my mom came over for lunch. I caught up with one of my friends on Instagram and then watched The Big Bang Theory with my husband. On Thursday, I was researching phones. I was in desperate need of a new phone. My phone was really slow, and it was completely full of no more storage space, and yeah, it was horrible. But family Zoom, watch Married at First Sight. I wrote that Benny discovers that Chewbacca makes his face. He has like a cartoon Star Wars book with, I think it's ABCs, or I don't remember if it's the numbers or letters book, but it was so funny. Benny just saw his face and he said, hey, that's the face I make. And Benny just loves copying faces in books, but that was like one of the faces that he makes all the time. So he was really excited. Like, he was kind of scared of Chewbacca. It was a cartoon version, but he was still scared of it. And once he like made the connection, he was like, oh, okay, that's a good guy. Like, that's someone that I like. So he really started enjoying that Star Wars book. On Friday, we had therapy. So on this week, this was our last Monday therapy session. We switched over to Fridays, and we've been doing every other Friday since then, which has actually worked out nicely. It's kind of nice to have it at the end of the week and know that you have the weekend to kind of, decompress and think over everything. But I went to the gym for another workout, Target pickup. The power had gone out this day. Let's see. This evening, my boys fell asleep really quickly. Normally, they like to talk to me they would probably talk to me for half an hour to an hour if they could. I try to keep it like 20 minutes, but that's like the time that they like to talk about the entire day. And this day it was like we laid down and they were fast asleep, so we didn't really get to talk, but it was nice to see them fall asleep so peacefully. On the weekend, let's see, we went to the park again this day. I decided to try to fit everything in. not use a day extender. But this day, PJ painted his United States. I had purchased a wood cutout of the United States, and it had each state, marked out. And I wanted to paint that for his birthday party, but I completely forgot about it. So I found it and had him paint it on this weekend because he still wanted it in his room and he still wanted to paint it. And then I also did order our new phones. My husband decided to switch from an iPhone to an Android, so that was kind of a big deal. But on Sunday, I have a day extender here at the start of Sunday. Church, worked on letters with Benny, got some happy mail, did editing and uploading. We had some family time. I cut the boys' hair. Now I'm kind of like on a schedule of cutting their hair every month. So that has been in our routine. Then I ended this day with a YouTube binge. But I really love this week. I have the newer updated version of this kit. So I really wanted to use the older version because it is similar artwork. And normally I don't like using Nikki plus 3 back to back, but especially since that's really the main older formatted kits I have are from Nikki plus 3, so I just had to use them up, and I'm glad that I was able to use them for September. But here are the leftovers for this kit. This kit actually came with a lot more pages in the older format. Actually, I'm pretty sure that this lovely kit was a grab bag that I had received because I don't even remember it being in the shop. I think this was the first kit I ever purchased from Nikki plus 3. And I think this was the reason why I purchased it. I just loved the color combination and the florals. I was really into florals. But yeah, I love this. Anyways, here are the leftovers. Again, I try to use as many as possible. If I had some more day extenders, I probably would have run out of stickers. But yeah, this was back when she had this cut out, and look at this format. Like, she had the date dots here and the weekend banner, and now it's like on a separate sheet. So this was definitely an older format. I also pulled in these florals from this is a recent Halloween romance deco sheet, and the florals matched perfectly, so I pulled this in. These also match the florals from a Planning Like a Pro kit that I have, so I'm going to save those for whenever I use that kit. The last spread I'm going to show you is for the week of my husband's birthday. This is September 20th through the 26th. Sorry if it's shaky. I was really wanting to do something bold and bright, so this up kit was perfect for that. I just love this kit so much. It's so perfect. I just love it. Let me think. I use Glitter Mama as always. These day dots are from Nikki plus 3. I mainly use stickers from the kit. There are so many stickers in Oddloop. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. This is an Oddloop kit called Up. There are so many pages and stickers and options that come with these kits. I don't think this is the first time I've used it. Actually, I'm trying to think, is the first Oddloop kit I've used in my planner. I've used some of her kits in my pretty planner, Let's see if I can grab that. This is my one time in a million or Estelle insert. I definitely have Oddloop in here. But I don't know if I've used one. I actually just received an order from Oddloop and I'm so excited to use it. I'm pretty sure I'll be saving it for summertime. But let me just show you these art prints. They're so pretty. I love them. I'm going to use them for my boys' birthday party. They both wanted to Encanto, so that's what we're doing. I ordered the kit to use for whenever we plan their party. It'll probably be somewhere in the middle of their birthdays, which will be a lot easier for me because it's just one party for both of them. Anyway, this kit, let's see, Simply Gilded washi. It was so fun to pick washi for this kit. I have so many different shades of blue, but it was fun to also add in the green and the orange. I felt like, oh, this is just perfect for this kit. And I have 2 day extenders this week. There's just so many stickers. I will show you at the end all the leftovers. I knew I had to have some day extenders, but let's see. For this week, it was my aunt's birthday on Monday. We did a family drop-off. Like I said, this means that my husband was able to join us. Sorry, I keep hitting my desk. We watched Frozen. Okay, so PJ does not like to watch movies. Now, currently in the new year, he's been more open to watching movies, but so far we just watch Encanto over and over. But he is really he's really against watching movies because of all of the emotions that, you know, there's ups and downs in movies, like all the emotions that you feel when you watch a movie. He just does not enjoy that. But Benny, I wasn't sure if he would like movies because he kind of doesn't really get the option. But since PJ's going to school, I wanted to see like if he wanted to try watching movies when PJ was at school, and he wanted to watch Frozen. We watched it pretty early, and his verdict was, let's see, I think I wrote it here. He didn't like the ice monster. He kept saying, once we watched it, he said, I don't like that movie. I don't like it. But once I like talked to him more about it, he really just didn't like the monster, which I knew was confusing because technically it wasn't a bad guy. It was kind of like protecting Elsa, but yeah, he was scared during that part. Let's see. I have my checklist on the inside. Grocery run. Homework with PJ. Let's see. I was up really early. Benny was crying super early, so I went with him and I was exhausted because I couldn't really fall back asleep. I hung up the state painting that PJ did from the weekend before, and I put it up in his room. He was really excited about it. And then my boys wrote a happy birthday message on a whiteboard. We took a picture to send that to my aunt. On Tuesday, I finished an audiobook. I try to use as much of this One's Worth Love up sticker sheet. I think I used one of every sticker in the spread. So those were from that sheet. I received some Happy Meal from the Coffee Monsters Co. and I watched The Big Bang Theory with my husband. on Wednesday. Every Wednesday is minimum day, so I was able to mark that with this early release sticker. Benny saw a fire truck. I worked out at the gym. We watched The Voice and the Dancing with the Stars premiere. On Thursday, we were getting ready for my husband's birthday, so I did a lot of cleaning this day, took Jackson to a grooming appointment. Later on, I had to take the boys with me to pick him up, which is always a little stressful because, you know, two boys usually like to hold each other hand, and then Jackson, I don't have three hands, so I always get stressed out, especially with the parking lot and the cars, and it's just never fun. But a Sweet Quiet Design Happy Mail. I love that I was able to use a lot of these stickers and like layer them. 99-cent store with Benny to get my husband some birthday snacks. And then we went to Starbucks, which is usually what we do after taking Jackson. My husband brought home Chick-fil-A. We baked some cookies. On Friday was my husband's birthday, and I loved this double box. There definitely would have been enough full boxes for me to put one on Saturday, but I really didn't want to use a ton of day extenders, so I just added one here, and I left it as full box off of Saturday, and I didn't add a full box on Sunday. I just added two right here. I have a checklist inside, and I had added this checklist here. I tried taking it off, and then it made it really sticky, so I just put it back on. I had a Invisalign change, wrapped my husband's presents, made crepes, placed a freebie Friday order with Sweet Quiet Design, and I made my husband's birthday dinner. It was superhero day at PJ school, which was fitting for my husband's birthday. My husband took the day off. Let's see. Oh, I wrote that PJ was mad that I didn't get him out of my belly when we went to the Grand Canyon. So PJ will see a lot of pictures of me and my husband, of my husband and I before he was born, and he gets upset that he wasn't with us, and he doesn't really understand, I guess, that we were alive before he existed. Yeah, so he was upset with me because we have a picture at the Grand Canyon, and it's my husband and I and Jackson, and I told him that he was actually in my belly at the time, even though I didn't know at the time. We found out a couple weeks later, but I told him like he was there, and he was really upset, and he was lecturing me about how I need to take him out of my belly, and so that he could be in the picture with us, and it was really cute. It's funny. My boys love arguing with me about strange things, and I just let them, speak their mind, let it out. I try to explain as much as possible, but I just let them get it all off their chest. I went to the gym for a workout. My husband posted about autism on his Facebook page, and in the evening he opened his presents, which included his new phone and his new Xbox. Both of those he knew he was getting. He purchased them himself, so he just let me wrap them so that the boys could be excited about his presents. And then Saturday, I was researching outfits for our family photos. We like to do those every November, so I realized I needed to get the colors and everything figured out. This past year, we decided, I had asked PJ and Benny what colors they wanted for our photos. Benny said orange, PJ said red, and my husband was like, okay, let's do it, orange and red. And I was like, I don't know, maybe we can do orange this year and we'll do red next year. Or we'll let Benny choose this year and PJ can choose a color next year. But I did orange and blue for this year, which ended up turning out a lot nicer than I was expecting. I was a little nervous about doing orange, but I think it was a good color scheme in the end, especially with all of us together. So I placed some orders. I was going crazy looking everywhere for, you know, matching, coordinating colors. And my goal usually with family photos is that I match one of the boys and then my husband matches the other boy, so that, you know, we're all kind of cohesive. Not all of us are wearing one color or the same style. So I kind of go crazy every year looking for coordinating outfits, but I place some orders and my orders always include a lot of extra options just in case, because you never know what things are going to look like when they come in. And then, let's see, did some editing, workbooks with boys, snuggles on the couch. We went to Foster Sprees and got Slurpees for lunch. This is like my husband's favorite, one of his favorite like fast food meals. And then I just wrote that my husband loves his new phone. Like I said, he switched from an iPhone to an Android and he was really happy with that change. On Sunday, I had an Amazon delivery and I tried on my costume. For Halloween, I was Daisy Duck, and my husband and I like to get onesie costumes so that we can just use them every year. It's really easy to just wear onesies and have them in the closet and just reuse them if we need to. But there wasn't a Daisy onesie that I could find. I had seen one last year and I should have purchased it, but I just figured it would be available this year, and I had been checking throughout the year and it wasn't. So I had to do a DIY costume, and that all arrived this day. I think I ordered the costumes on Wednesday. Yeah, so came pretty quickly and I was like, okay, this is our outfits for Halloween. I did some editing and then I wrote that PJ drew the world map. He got the whiteboard and he just started drawing the continents. Like, he didn't have any frame of reference. He didn't have anything that he was looking at. He kind of just did it from memory. Like, he loves globes, so he stares at a lot of globes, but he was just drawing everything from memory, labeling everything, all the continents and the oceans, and I was just amazed that he was able to do that, just like sitting there. So I had to write that down. But that is everything for the month of September. Let me show you the leftovers from this kit. Like I said, there are so many pages. I'm just showing you in order. From the first page is all the full boxes. I have a ton of leftovers. I love these boxes. And I love these boxes. So many leftovers. It was so much fun to use these. It honestly made me really excited to use the new Oddloop kit that I just purchased. I think I also got Lord of the Rings, so I'll have to figure out when to use that. But yeah, that is all I have for this month. I guess I'll do a quick flip through of the month of September, and hopefully I will be back soon with October. I'm already kind of halfway through that. But I also may jump to February to get those out. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that is all I have for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If I should speed through it more. I feel like I did a lot of talking. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.